And welcome to the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. And the San Diego Chargers are no more. They are now the LA Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers that will get some getting used to. Last year, I kept calling the Rams the St. Louis Rams for about until April. Okay, so just stay with me for now. So, let's talk about that move first, and then after that, we will get to the hiring of Anthony Lynn, their new head coach. So when it comes to moving to LA, everyone hates this. I mean, everyone is just absolutely hating this. Me, honestly, first of all, I don't care. I'm not a Charger fan. I'm not even close to being a Charger fan. I understand the vitriol. I honestly do. But look, guys of San Diego, yes, you guys are very highly populated. And I know I had KMR TV on this very channel talking about why the San Diego Chargers should stay in San Diego when they were in San Diego. But look, I don't care. The San Diego population, I know it's very high. It's like 7th most in the league. They don't go to the games. There's no San Diego culture that I've seen, that's so, passionate and they care about the Chargers. They love the Chargers. I'm sure there's, a good fan base there. Probably in San Diego, good, maybe 150, maybe 200,000 people that love the Chargers. But only like 25,000 are going to the games every week. I watch Raider versus Charger games. I watch Chiefs versus Charger games. There's a lot of opposing fans in that stadium, and there's a lot of empty seats from time to time, okay? There's a fan base that, to me, despite the large population, they haven't shown that they care a lot about the Chargers. And I understand you live in San Diego. Let's just go down to the beach. Let's just throw around a football. Why do we have to go watch, Mike McCoy lose another game for us? And I know it sucks, though, okay? If you are in that fan base, if you're in that 25,000 people that were attending the game, if you were in that fan base that love the Chargers, it sucks. Oh, yeah, I understand that. But I really disagree when I hear people saying San Diego and the people of San Diego, they deserved an NFL team. They're fine. They can have one. But if one is taken away from them, I think they led themselves in that direction to me. I know it's very harsh to say, and you guys maybe in the future will have an NFL team, but I think you're going to see in 5-10 years, everyone's going to move on. Seattle Supersonics, they haven't moved on. Oh, people in Seattle are still crying about that. 5 to 10 years, no one's going to be talking about this anymore. I mean, everyone in San Diego will have moved on. There won't be talk of anyone going to San Diego again, and everyone just moved on. So, to me, that's my thoughts on that. It's unfortunate, it's sad, it sucks, and I made one little mistake when I was making, I want to say, my Chargers recap video, or perhaps my Mike McCoy fire video, when I said, look, I would still be a fan of the Chargers if I were you. Honestly, I don't care what you do, okay? You can do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you how you should feel, but it's going to be hard. At least it would be for me. If I was a Charger fan and I saw Phillip Rivers and Melvin Gordon and Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram and all of these players I've grown to love playing for another team and not being compelled to root for them. I understand the whole Dean Spanos thing. He screwed you over. It sucked. It stinked. It was crap. All that junk. Oh, I understand that. But to me, you look at just the potential move here. I know it sucks, but the players don't have anything to do with it. They're just sitting back and going to wherever they're told to go. So to me, just root for the players. If you want to hate Dean Spanos, go ahead and hate him. I mean, I'm sure Clipper fans hated their old racist owner, whatever, Sterling, right? They hated their owner. So just go ahead, to me, support the team if you can do it. If you don't, I understand. Okay, I get it. You hate Dean Spanos. You don't want to support the organization. Here's what I would do. I would root for the players. I would root for the team to win, but I would not buy anything from them. Okay, I'm not buying any jerseys. I'm not putting any money in their pockets, but I will support the players. That's what I would do. Okay, so from that standpoint, now let's move on to this standpoint. The Chargers hiring Anthony Lynn as their new head coach, and man, to me, this is the worst Charger news of the day. Okay, now perhaps Anthony Lynn will prove to be a great head coach. Okay, I've been wrong before about head coaches. I thought Mike Mularkey was going to be a terrible head coach for the Tennessee Titans, and he proved to be a pretty damn good one. I thought Jack Del Rio was going to be a great coach for the Oakland Raiders. He's been a pretty damn good one, and I thought Gary Kubiak was going to be a great head coach for the Denver Broncos, and he was a pretty damn good one. So perhaps I'll be wrong again. But man, Anthony Lynn, now he's very good at being, a connoisseur of the run game, okay? He can help your run game. You'll start running the ball, and that's great. Is that what you want to do? Melvin Gordon is fine, maybe even pretty good. But are you really looking forward to trying to give Melvin Gordon 300 rushes a year, getting Danny Woodhead more involved in the run game? If you re-sign him now, I'm not sure that you will. Getting Andre Williams perhaps involved in the run game, being a running football team. Does that really excite you? I don't think the personnel fits that. Perhaps you can make the personnel fit that, but to me, the move here was, we're going to get a defensive head coach. We're going to make this a more defensive team. And then offensively, we're just going to do Phillip Rivers, let him do his thing, but not turn the ball over. So in part, Anthony Lynn does fit in that. Okay, so he will not ask too much of Phillip Rivers. And I guess he will preach strong defense, although he won't know much about it. Maybe he knows more than I know, but man, I tried to sit down and watch this guy's press conferences during his time with the Buffalo Bills. I was not impressed. I heard a lot of uhs and I don't knows and we'll sees. I don't know if he's being vague just to hide information or if he doesn't really know what he's talking about. Okay, if you go, like today also I talked about the Sean McVay hiring. Okay, I listened to Sean McVay. That guy knew what he was talking about. Go watch a Sean McVay press conference and then watch an Anthony Lynn press conference. Okay, there's one LA head coach I'm feeling good about in terms of his intellect and how he's going to lead a football team. Anthony Lynn, not so much. Now, I think that the players will respond to Anthony Lynn while they may not respond to Sean McVay in this aspect. Anthony Lynn is a former football player, NFL player, former running back. He's been a running back coach for the Jets, running back coach for the 49ers. All of these teams have had good running games. Good. But I don't know, man. And then the one game he coached this year, and it was only one game. He wasn't prepared, blah, blah, blah. They got absolutely murdered against the New York Jets. They had disastrous snafus like that kick return, punt return nonsense that happened. They also had Cardale Jones in there for a while, Tyrod Taylor in there for a while. You saw just some weird things. And Doug Marrone even won his first game. Mike Mularkey won his first game as interim head coaches. Why? Because their teams are ready to play and, play up to their new interim head coach and play with some energy, some passion, whatever. I didn't see any of that from the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills, who needed a head coach, they knew Anthony Lynn better than anybody. Okay? They had him in-house. The easy decision to make for the Buffalo Bills would have been to say, hey, we have Anthony Lynn in here. We like Anthony Lynn. Let's just take Anthony Lynn and move on. Okay? But no, they said, yeah, he was very impressive during his Week 17 game. We've sat down and interviewed him. Not very impressive. Let's go with Sean McDermott. That concerns me as well. So, perhaps Anthony Lynn will be a great head coach, right? He's going to revitalize the Chargers run game. He's going to preach defense. And I like that he's talking to Gus Bradley, in terms of being his defensive coordinator. I like that. But I'm not in love with this hire at all. I felt there were much better hires to make out there. Mike Smith, to me, I can't believe he wasn't hired this recruiting cycle or this coaching searching cycle in the NFL. I can't believe it. This is a guy that's a proven winner in the NFL. Absolutely proven winner in the NFL. Players respond to him, maybe for only 8 years, but damn, that's a good amount of time. And Anthony Lynn, to me, there's a big risk by the Chargers, perhaps one that will work out. The one thing I like about the Chargers moving forward, and it's very interesting, the two head coaching hires that I love the least is Vance Joseph and this Anthony Lynn. Okay, Vance Joseph of the Broncos, Anthony Lynn of the Los Angeles Chargers now. These two have the best rosters. Okay, so they may do well just because of that. And then the two things that they both have in common, number one, they're black. And number two, okay, they get their players to play for them, I think. Okay, they seem to be in tune with the locker room, former players, and there's something to be said for that. I read a book last semester called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And one of the things you want to do when you're in a management position or anything like that, you want to get people to do their best for you, and you do that by relating to them and getting them to like you. So perhaps they'll appeal to that interest. And that's what Mike Mularkey did so well this year for the Tennessee Titans. But as strategists and as, just head football coaches, I'm not buying Anthony Lynn. I'm not buying Vance Joseph. And perhaps I'll be wrong again. But I just am not in love with this hire, and I have a feeling that the Los Angeles Charger fans around the world, in San Diego, if they're still fans in LA, they feel the same. So what are you guys' thoughts on this head coaching hire? What are your thoughts on the Chargers moving to LA? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been the NJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. Peace.